have simply never podcasted this early before in our lives. I think this is a first. 9:45 Eastern, 8:45 Central. I am one of your hosts, John Warren. This is the VGB's podcast, episode 59. With me is my forever co-host, joining me from London, Ontario. It's Nikki Grayson. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? How is London, Ontario?
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's a place. They got, you know what? They got running water.
Can you drink it?
I think so. I've had some of it.
Okay.
They do keep bringing, I will say this. This hotel, actually this hotel has a, I checked in. Okay, first of all, I cannot talk about Tenno Convention with any specifics,
right? So,
until next calendar week, because the embargo is up tomorrow, Saturday. And that's not today or when it goes out.
For all my listeners, all our listeners, it's at a really weird time.
It's at a weird time. It's not going to work.
We could delay the episode, but
no.
There are reasons why I don't want to do that.
We'll do it next week.
We'll do really nobody's. Yeah, it's
we'll
fine.
do it. We'll do a Nikki Grayson TennoCon special next week.
Yeah.
But I can talk about things that are not related, particularly to TennoCon. For example, when I got into this hotel, I checked in and I received my key card into the hotel, and then the desk person goes, also, we have these things called water drops, and she points at a wooden box. I'll go downstairs and I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you so we can put it in the Discord.
Okay.
And there's inside of the hotel room is the marketing material for water drops. And I'm going to read it to you.
All right.
Pause, drop, hydrate. Slow down to speed up at Delta Hotels by Marriott with water drop. Copyright. Take a moment to pause while flavor fizzes in your water, giving you a boost of tasty hydration during your day. Sugar-free, valuable vitamins, full of flavor. Enjoy with 14 to 20 ounces of still or sparkling water. Now, it's just a cube that Alka-Seltzer's into your water and makes it taste like something else. And it has nutrients in it. It's an insane thing for Marriott to require the guests, the desk person, to try to sell me.
Yeah.
Are they available in the room? No. I looked in the drawer. The only things in there, Bible. And what's the other book in there, John? There's 2 books in the bedside table. The Bible and...
I'll be hopeful. The Quran.
Nope. The Book of Mormon.
Okay. That was my second guess. So, cool. So,
and not the fun one either.
You know what? I appreciate it when a hotel or something says, here's this film. Also, we're offering the sequel. So, that's... I'm glad that they put the Book of Mormon in there, because it's you read the Bible and you're kind of like, what did Jesus get up to after all this crazy stuff? Yeah, there's got to be a third act. You know?
Where's the America arc?
Where's the America arc? What do you mean? What do you mean some guy hallucinated the end of the world from a jail cell and then wrote the end of it and that was it? That's it? Well, that's a weird cliffhanger. What did Jesus do after all of that? Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, that's crazy. So they're called water drops.
Yes. No, water drop singular. Just one. You can't see, but there's no S.
Flip it over. It says, "Do not put more than one in there." If you put more than one in there, I'm gonna go
downstairs and I'm gonna do a suicide.
Many of them.
I'm gonna do a suicide of the water drop.
Yeah. Please, that'd be really good. What if you took a water? What? How big is the wooden container with the?
It's maybe it's a rectangle.
It's a rectangle.
So maybe it's 14 inches wide by a foot.
Okay.
It's 14 by 12 probably.
Okay. So what I would suggest is actually just take the whole box, to your local AMC theater to London, Ontario, and go straight to the fucking Coke freestyle machine and like literally do shit until someone arrests you. Like I would like what a cool.
Mom, I can't come back to the States because
I water dropped the Coke freestyle machine.
Yeah,
it's really fucked up. Their new prime minister came and arrested me personally.
Yeah, I got
got.
So I checked into the hotel. I came upstairs.
Yes.
I put all my things down. I opened my bag. I sat down in the chair, and then I thought better of it, and I got out of the chair because like hotel chairs are weird. And then I looked at the television, and it said, "Welcome, Nathan Grayson." I said, "Well, now hold on, that ain't me. That ain't me."
So fucking funny.
So then I thought about it, and I was like, "Well, I don't know if it matters particularly, you know." Then I tried to log into the Wi-Fi using my name and the room number, and it said, "Well, that's not you. You're not in this room." And I said, "Okay, so it is actually a problem." So I had to pack all my shit back into my bags, go downstairs, and say, "I'm not Nathan Grayson." And they said, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "There is a Nathan Grayson who I guess is coming on this trip from Aftermath. And there is me, Nicholas or Nikki Grayson." And they said, we see the error. We see the error. So then they moved me 2 rooms down.
They moved you? Okay, they moved me
2 rooms down. Yeah.
Now, is your room discernibly different from the one
it's the exact same.
It's the exact same. Okay.
It's the exact same.
Because I was about to raise holy hell that like this fucking media bias for Aftermath, just like giving them so much like cool shit and access and free stuff. I was like, they probably put a water drop box in Nathan Grayson's room.
Yeah, no. And there was a water feature in there. He had 3 beds instead of 2.
They already had Coheed playing for him.
Yeah.
When you go in there.
Yeah, no.
Which is like, come on.
It was functionally the same. I will say my view is better, but the bar on that is pretty low. Yeah.
That's really funny.
So
I mean, I feel like you just privately, many of us have joked about the in Grayson of it all multiple times. But it's like it snuck up on me. It's like I just was like, that's a funny comedy joke, and then it literally happened.
That's the first time, and I talked to him about it yesterday. That's the first time we have been confused, because we are obviously
very
different.
Very different.
We are very different people, appearance wise
Mm-hmm.
and just like vibes wise. We're just different people.
Yes.
But to a hotel, it's just fucking letters, ain't it?
It's just letters, yeah.
So I can see how it happened.
Yeah, really funny, really funny. Yeah, you sent me the photo yesterday of just like the little digital thing on your TV, I guess. It just said, "Welcome, Nathan Grayson." I lost my fucking mind. It's just so funny, so good. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your time in London, Ontario.
Thank you. I'm gonna go to a big park later today.
Okay, that sounds fun.
It's my plan.
Okay. I mean, I've seen photos of the city. I hope it's fun.
I'm crossing my fingers, listener.
Fingers crossed. No, I'm sure London, Ontario is. Kidding.
You don't have to say stuff.
The London, Ontario Tourism Board isn't listening to this.
You don't have to say stuff you don't mean.
Do something for your city.
The mall,
London?
the mall that the DE office is in is literally the most dead mall I've ever been in my entire life.
Ooh, wow.
And it's dead for multiple reasons, but the chief among them is that there are places where it looked like they shut down for the night on Sunday and then never came back. You know, so it's a combination of like, this used to be a place and it's not there. But there was
also frozen in time.
Yes, there was a pub in the mall called, I think, the Fox and the Hound or something similar. And it has all the shit inside of it. They literally left work one day and then never came back.
We were like, nah, we're done.
And then at
Cool.
the end of the mall, in the what used to be clearly the two anchor stores, which like $1,001 to whoever can tell me. I've asked $1,001 to whoever can tell me what stores those used to be. Because I'm desperate to know before they tore
Oh,
them
wow.
out and put an office
Sure.
inside of it. It's
Yeah.
just digital extremes, and you walk in, and it's just like it's just what a video game studio looks like in there.
Sure.
Yeah, and then you go outside, and it smells
there-
like Subway.
Okay, so there's a path to get into the mall from the DE office.
Oh,
Can
you have
say
to
that?
go. You have to walk through the dead mall to get to the office because it is at the far end of. Okay, I don't know how else to explain.
Okay,
it's
that's
just
crazy.
It's just in the mall. The same way you go to the mall and you're like, it's time to go to the Best Buy at the mall. You park your car in the mall parking lot. You walk in through the mall doors. You walk past the movie theater. You walk past the Subway. You keep going, and then it is the Digital Extremes office in the mall. Also in this mall, camera store, strip club.
No way.
Yes.
In the mall?
It's like it's on the out. So the mall is a city block.
Okay.
It's called City Plaza. And on the mall, the DE office is, I guess, on the northeastern corner. On the southwestern corner, there's a camera store and a gentleman's club on the southwest corner.
Now DE they do lunches there.
The lunches there,
right?
yeah.
Just lunches.
They're calling it the Magic City of the East.
Now, in fairness, Digital Extremes does sound like a pornography website.
studio. That's true.
Yep. So it would track. Wow.
Anyway, more specifics about the things that I have seen at the Tenno convention.
We can talk next week. Yeah. Until then, we should probably talk about Banana. Let's talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza. Have you had a chance to play much of this game?
Yes, I am in the process of walking out of the first area, not the tutorial zone, but
the first lagoon, big new area.
Lagoon zone.
Yeah.
And I need to be clear. I've probably put in 3 hours, which I think is is 3 times as much time as Nintendo expected a person to take for that beginning part, because I am just destroying the entire level.
Correct.
Like I just find myself having destroyed a chunk of the level, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm playing the objective anymore. Probably I should run around and play the objective, and then I do one segment of the objective, and then I'm going back to destroying them out because it feels good.
Because it feels good. Yeah. I'm a little further in. I could not put this game down last night.
Hell yeah.
And I was I was up a little late. I'm 3 levels deep past the main tutorial. Things I love about this game. Takes about a minute to start smashing shit.
Yep.
There's no big cutscene. There's no there's no real. It's like, okay, there are monkeys that are mining, and the strongest monkey of them all is your friend Donkey Kong. And then immediately you're just punching shit, which is great. That's awesome. There is a loose plot here. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
The gist is essentially, and the trailers have given this away to some extent, so I don't think this is whatever. There's a rival mining company that's evil, and they're going to the center of the earth. They turned a little girl named Pauline into a rock. You basically free her from a rock confines, and she loves to sing, but she's scared to sing in front of other people. And so Donkey Kong, and I think this is a wonderful characterization, Donkey Kong is basically just her hype man and beatbox of just like, it's time for me to keep some rhythm for this little girl and hype her up so she can sing and stuff, which is like heart clutchingly cute to me. Like, it's really good. This game is really fun. I want to try to not make this about like business and blah blah blah, because I think I've said a bunch of shit about like this game should have been a launch title that like I don't know if I really mean from any sort of business perspective, but from a very personal perspective, this would have fucking hit a month and a half ago.
No,
I would
for
have
real.
really loved to have had this
Yeah.
game at the
It
launch
is.
of this system, because this game actually got me really excited about the future of Switch 2 much more than Mario Kart World.
I understand why they timed it this way. Also,
I do too.
It also doesn't matter. Like, it's one of
Right.
those things
It
where
doesn't
it's
matter.
like,
Again,
like
yes, it doesn't matter.
because of they know that the tail of the first Switch was so fucking long that they were selling copies of Animal Crossing. They're still to like 4,000 people are probably going to buy Animal Crossing New Horizons today. Right?
Legitimately.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
right?
matter.
They are an aberration.
Yes.
So the only people who a weird staggered release calendar matters for is people who are adherent to said release calendar. Most people aren't.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, this game would have gone crazy last month, but also I'm deeply amped that I have it now.
It's so good. It's really good.
I think I said this after, and I don't remember when or on what I said this.
Yeah.
But this is the most Disney Nintendo has ever been. And by which I mean like the like narrative conceit is the most Disney it's ever been. The way that it is directed is the most Disney Pixar WDAS like Walt Disney Animation Studios it's ever been. The adherence to music and like the importance of music is the most Disney it's ever been. Good. And I say this from a place of respect and reverence. Like, it is not a knock, because I do think that there is deep value in metering a story in that way, because fundamentally, like you said, the bones of the story, they're not like
they don't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter, right?
No.
But the things that it is telling you, which is like, oh, friendship is meaningful. Sometimes you need a person in your corner to support you. Isn't it fun to destroy things? Also,
isn't it fun to smash shit?
And like, that's good. Like, I think that's fundamentally good. So I'm amped about it. I think it looks crazy. Like, I think it's it is maybe one of the best looking games they've put out.
It's a really good looking game.
I'm loath to bring this up, but like, I was thinking recently about how everyone and their mom told me that Xenoblade Chronicles 3 looked good. And I'm like,
well, you and I agree on this, though.
Yeah, no,
you and I agree,
But like,
we
other
don't
people,
think that game looks good.
That game looks like shit, and other people, I think everybody else actually, say that game looks good. And I just want you to look at both of those video games side by side.
Put them side by side
and tell me which video game you think looks better.
Right.
And understand also that Donkey Kong Bonanza is a Switch 1 game, right? Like, it is a Switch 1 game that has been up-resed and is, taking advantage of the fact that the Switch 2 is more powerful, but it's like, it is a game that was developed almost entirely for the Switch 1. And like, you can't, the games look night and fucking day. Like, it is remarkable that we are at the point. At no point did I look at the ghost? John's door. I know Anne opened the door. I know for a fact Anne opened the door, but the hallway is darkened because it's early. And the door, from my perspective, if you're watching the video on YouTube, it just opened. It was closed and it just opened. It was fucking crazy.
I have to tell you something. I also knew for sure that it was Anne who was on her way to go see her mom in Hot Springs. But there was a moment where I was like, I looked over at my screen and it was spooky. Like, it was a little spooky. I'm like, I normally see her, like, her arm or something.
The hand.
Like,
there was none of that. The
she did a very good job. Yeah.
It was completely closed and now it's just open.
And now it's just open, yeah.
But I have found myself stopping and looking at this thing, and it is a testament to the fact that the screen is good. The video game looks good. Like,
feels
the fact that it has a HDR is like goes crazy on it. Like, it is one of the best looking video games Nintendo has made. And I think that also goes
and
a really long
and the
way.
and the game is in perpetual motion.
Yes.
Like it's not quite like Hi-Fi Rush and it's
Yeah.
like rhythmic, but it's like
It
it's
is.
not far.
It's
Like
rare,
there's a
like.
lot happening. It is rare, like in a
Mhm.
lot of ways. Yeah.
Which is like,
Um,
understandably, right? When you're
yeah.
pressing the big reset button on Donkey Kong, your first guy.
Pull from
Yeah.
the hits, pull from like what's good. And I think like from a music perspective, first of all, we have to re-emphasize this. This was built by the Super Mario Odyssey team.
I can't believe there was
this
a time
game
where people were like,
is,
oh, we don't know who's making
we don't
it.
know. We don't know. Here's the thing.
Fools.
And this is reductive, but it's like if you're like, I cannot believe they have not made Super Mario Odyssey 2, just buy this game because it is
Mhm.
essentially mechanically it has got some other stuff going on which we
There's
will
a
talk
skill
about,
tree.
but I like from a fundamental kind of vibes and like and like down to the fucking menus,
Mhm.
down to the clothes shop,
Mhm.
down to kind of the way side bananas
Mhm.
are structured instead of side moons.
Mhm.
Like these games
It
are
is. It
in, I
is.
think, direct conversation with
It
each
is
other.
also even down to like the tone. I got a moon last night. Nope, a banana last night.
Yep.
That was called the ceiling of the floor.
Yes. Right.
And I was like,
they all have names.
They are all named with the same cadence and the same like flavor of comedy as
these are the same creative people that made these two games.
It is an evolution of that.
They've traded, I'm gonna become this other thing for a moment to solve a puzzle, to I'm going to use the environment in 12 different ways to solve problems, which is really
I think it is, again, I haven't played very much, but I think it is so clear that it is an evolution of that. It has the same like movement extension tech, like which I was
100%.
very bad at in Odyssey, but I actually feel way more competent at the kinds of extension stuff.
It's way simpler here.
It's really simple.
It's less about frame perfect tricks and more about just using every tool in your arsenal. I mean, which is really different.
Jesse Vitelli, we got to have that dude on the podcast.
Yeah, we do.
But
Jesse
Vitelli last night or maybe this morning posted a clip on Blue Sky that is just I think the caption is like, if you give me a 3D platformer, I am going to figure out how to sequence break your video game. Mm-hmm. And it's just him like lining up. There's like an entire like bit of the level. He like pans the camera to the left and you see where you're supposed to go. And he looks at he's looking at the gap and he's like, well, I'm going to press the buttons 3 times and I'm going to skip the entire thing. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, that's just how that's exactly what you did in Odyssey also, right? Like it is the same throw the hat, do the dive jump, do the roll. Like it's the same shit. So I think it's good. I can't wait to play more of it.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I think I have played a couple of boss fights. The boss fights are really clever. Mm-hmm. In a way that I don't think I fully expected. I think they start really, really, really simple. And then the first like actual big named boss that you fight, I thought was actually very, 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 very clever in a way that I don't even think any of the Mario Odyssey bosses ever were. So that's an exciting thing. Yeah, like getting clothes for this ape is fun. They do different things. Or is a skill tree, like Nikki said. So if you want to increase your hearts, whatever, your punch strength, your rock surfing length, all of that stuff is available to you. Going back to kind of what they've pulled from, they have really created their own vibe and world for Donkey Kong and Pauline that it would not surprise me if it is actually in direct conversation with Super Mario Odyssey. Like if this game ends with like a tease for Super Mario Odyssey 2, back on the surface, like I would not be surprised. Not that I need that, but it's like it just seems like it's in that conversation. I also think it's really neat that they have pulled from Rare. They pulled from the original arcade game. They've pulled a little bit from the Game Boy game that I think is really good, with the music, with bonus levels. I played my straight up, like my first straight up Donkey Kong Country level last night as a bonus. You could still destroy everything, and then mechanically you still need to like use the toolkit that Bonanza gives you to get all the bananas and these little bonuses, but it is constructed like a Donkey Kong Country level. It's all really, really, really fun, rewarding stuff.
In level 7, they give you a big gun, which I am excited about.
Yeah, Donkey Kong gun. Yeah.
No, I think
thank you.
Sometimes I think like as for as much shit as I love to give the Nintendo company.
Yes.
They're the only ones doing it like them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is to say that like when they make a game, they do not concede, and it is to their detriment, I think, actually increasingly more than it is to their benefit.
Yep.
But they do not concede to external ideas or external preconceptions about how a video game should be constructed. Nintendo makes Nintendo video games.
Mm-hmm.
In the case of Mario Kart World, I think that is actively to the detriment of the video.
I agree.
Like I already wasn't hot on it, but like I've not thought about that game in a minute.
No.
And on the other side of the coin is this: there is nobody making 3D platformer puzzle-y RPG-y
like fucking
games
imagine another studio making this game. I can't. I really can't.
It is impossible. And I think there are I every time anybody tries, right? Like you get a ukulele, which ostensibly was from the like ideas wise was from the same people who made Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64, who had left Rare, and it's like it does not hit the same, right? Like and it's not just because they don't have the license anymore. It's just like we've gotten so far, and Nintendo has continued to make the things that they make, that they know how to make the things that they make.
Yeah.
It would be like there is an expectation on the thing that they make, that it would be like going to McDonald's and then asking why the salad is bad.
Right.
You know? And it's like, that's not what you're at McDonald's. Like, you're not going to McDonald's because you think that the salads are going to be good. But then when you get a quarter pounder, you're like, well, great job, gang. Like, this is the thing that you're out here to make. So.
Yeah, it feels really good to break shit up. I'll mention, I think my two main frustrations with this game so far. One is that, yes, this game looks incredible, but folks, we already have our first performance issues on a Nintendo Switch 2 game.
So I haven't
there are moments when you play docked, especially, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Where I have felt things get a little chuggy.
So the one thing I will say, the evolution that I will acknowledge that Nintendo has made, they are definitely now at the point where in 6 months, again, by Christmas time, that shit's going to be gone. Right? Yeah. You have to believe that by Christmas time, that shit's not going to, like, those performance issues are going to have been patched out. I would like to think that they will have been patched out.
Maybe
not.
They never got patched out of Pokemon or
they did. No, but they have gotten patched out of Pokemon. Like now, Pokemon runs.
You mean with the Switch 2 though?
Yes, but I'm still on.
So you're saying okay? All right. Let me try to finish your sentence because it's very funny.
Please.
You're saying that this Nintendo Switch 2 game is about to get a Nintendo Switch 2 patch? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's essentially okay. That's what I
actually think is happening.
You're actually probably not. Honestly, that's probably more accurate than I'd like to
I
admit.
think that this game, they knew that this game probably a third, like maybe a third or halfway through, was not going to make the Nintendo Switch one.
Correct. Yes.
But I do not
Yeah.
know if that was enough time to perfectly
Yep.
optimize it for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Correct. Yeah.
And given another 6 months, I think they might get there.
They might. Okay. All right. That's fair.
And like
That's fair.
I don't know. Like I almost am definitely wrong.
Well,
But
I don't know.
Sometimes
I don't know.
I haven't given Nintendo, a company that I don't believe in, the benefit of a doubt in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So what if I did it right now so I could be embarrassed on December 15th when it hasn't gotten any
When it
better?
hasn't happened.
The same. But you know what? It's not going to matter. It is like, it's like, well, whatever.
And also I want to be clear, the issues are not pervasive. It is, I would say it's akin to Breath of the Wild, where you go into the Korok forest and you're like, oh my God, oh no. Where it's like, it's really just in, the really specific points. Yeah. And I would even say the slowdown is not even as noticeable as those games. So it's this is still a powerful, great looking game, but I am struck that we're already there.
For sure.
But I do think you're probably right, is that yes, we know this was a Switch 1 game. We can basically just assume that what we've got here is the Switch 1 version of a game running on Switch 2, which maybe this game runs great on a Switch 1 for the most part, but has some chugs.
Yeah.
Has some draw distance
that's why
issues. We'll never find out.
We'll never find out.
But it's like, it's an interesting idea though.
The thing about like the Switch 1 was about as powerful as the Wii U. The miracle of it was the fact that you could hold it, which is why it fucking chug-a-lugs in the Korok forest. But the second they put it on the Switch 2, when they now have overhead, it runs better, right?
It runs great. Yeah.
They're starting, I still think the console's been out for 3 seconds. I do believe that there is still overhead on this thing that they have not figured out yet.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
That I think that they'll get to. And if they don't,
it's okay.
Whatever.
It's okay. It's whatever. I mean, I'm going to make fun of Pokemon forever for not being able to.
Fine. Because that's okay.
That shit should run well. Yeah. But when you have Tears of the Kingdom or Donkey Kong Bonanza and there's some little stutters, it's like, these games look really fucking good. So I kind of get it. And they're also interesting and good and fun to play, unlike Pokemon games. Anyway.
Boom.
And then the other thing I would say is like, if you've ever been frustrated by a camera in a 3D...
Oh, yeah, bad news, bud.
A 3D platforming game.
Bad news.
When you're going underground and stuff, cool concept, great concept. You could get real fucking turned around, and the camera is not going to do you a whole lot of favors.
It's their first one.
It does this thing where it kind of removes a lot of the texture and depth of your environment and turns it into kind of this like flatter map where you can very clearly tell what is in the foreground and what is in the background between you and the camera. So it kind of like shadows everything. So you can kind of like, I guess, presumably kind of understand where you're going underground. I don't know that there's a better way to do that, but it is also not great. Like you can get kind of turned around if you go real deep, which you're going to, because it's just fun to do this shit.
Yeah.
It's sometimes a little frustrating, I would say.
It's tough because the circle that Donkey Kong can open with any given move is tighter than the camera can fit in.
That's
like
correct.
if you physically imagine the camera having to go into the space, there is not enough space for the camera to also then be behind Donkey Kong without Donkey Kong filling up the whole screen, which is why I assume they've made that decision to try to flatten it. But yeah, it just feels like an inevitability with that.
It does to me too. I mean, I think it is an inevitability. Whenever you're gonna just like have your player just go deep, deep, deep underground. Unless you are creating, I think, really fleshed out open environments under that stuff that just like, but then you're basically removing the fun of having to destroy everything.
Yeah.
Like that's just, it's a really fun thing. So it's like, it's a good trade-off, but it is one of those things where a couple of times, especially in one bonus area that I'm playing through right now, I've been pretty frustrated with the camera.
For sure.
So
I haven't, but I have gotten frustrated with the limited area bits of down that I've had to go, but I haven't needed to go that first lagoon zone, name of which I've already forgotten. There's not really that much down there. It very much is an up level. Also, you did mention this, but I love that Nintendo was like up and down, huh? Like a lot of our games are in the middle, but then what if you went up or down? That's kind of the idea that we're gonna run with for the next 5 to 10 years.
Few years. Yeah. But there's a lot of Tears of the Kingdom in this game. In the sense of like problem solving, in the sense of its openness, even down to like you can build these little like tiny hotels for yourself and get extra hearts that are temporary, you know, like there's a lot of greatest hits kind of stuff in this game, which is great.
It is it's good. Also, like I can't playing with they probably are having the creative meetings. I'm sure the process of making the video games over at Nintendo sucks asshole. But like the creative meetings, I'm sure are pretty delightful because again, there are not that many companies that have the rich history. The idea of being like, oh, for this level, we're just going to do a riff on the song that someone wrote. Let me check the calendar. 30 years ago. 30 years ago, someone wrote this song and we're just going to kind of tweak it and then it's going to hit. So I think that's really cool.
It is really cool.
So play the indie game Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's only for the low price of $70 plus $500. You too can play one good game on the little iPad that they gave you.
It's really good. It is really good though. I mean, it's like this is the moment I think very excited. I was excited when I played 4K 60 Zelda. But it's like I've played so much Zelda, you know. So I still haven't played at like more than 10 hours of Tears of the Kingdom. I booted it up on the plane because there was a child next to me with a Switch 1 and I wasn't going to really play the Switch. I really wasn't. Tell your mom that she fucked up. So it was kid in the window, mom, me kid in the aisle, mom in the middle, me in the window.
Right. They spent about 35 minutes after we took off trying to fight the Wi-Fi. Didn't work
win
on the iPad. Yeah. So then the kid did something that is the most I'm aboard Gen Alpha kid thing on the planet, which was he opened the Photos app and just looked at the screenshots that he had taken. Like looked at the screenshots and the pictures that he had taken and was like silently giggling to himself. And I was like, you're having a good time. Then I think he remembered that he had the Switch in his bag and then he pulled up the Switch and started playing Smash. And I was nodding off and reading, and then I looked over and I saw him have the Switch in his hands, and I was like, I'm gonna blow this kid's fucking mind right now.
Yeah.
This Canadian child's mind. And I pulled up the Switch too. Didn't even look over one single fucking time while I had it in my hands. And then once I realized that, I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And I put it away and I kept reading. That's who I am now. I read books.
Yep. Well, that's good.
I've changed. In the last 2.5 weeks, I basically was like, hold on.
I could read more.
I turned off YouTube. That shit doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Yeah.
Blue Sky is nothing to me. I don't have the app on my phone anymore. Smart. I have to access it via the web. Like, if I want to get on Blue Sky, I have to use the mobile version on the web, which fucking sucks. And it's stinks, so annoying. I don't use it. And then when I'm on the computer, it basically doesn't work because I've broken so much of it with the extension. What's the extension called? Social Focus, which is an
social
extension that
focus.
Merritt mentioned on Blue Sky a couple of weeks ago. And in the last 2 weeks, I have finished 2 books.
Wow.
I suddenly have time because the computer is nothing to me anymore. My computer is never dead anymore. In the last 2.5, 3 weeks, my computer doesn't die. Like every time I pick up the computer, it has battery in it because I don't use it.
Good for you. Good for you.
I feel strong and powerful. Can I show you something?
That's good. Yeah, show me.
I forgot I bought this. The refrigerator that's underneath the desk that I'm sitting at.
Opening the refrigerator. Mm-hmm.
What's in here?
Okay, it is a small paper, to-go container. I'm gonna say
this place. Can I give you some context as to where I got it from?
Yeah.
On the first night,
the strip club in the mall.
On the first night,
it's a chicken Caesar from the strip club in the mall.
On the first night, I was hungry and I wanted some chompies, and this is not a city, so there was nothing available to me.
Sure.
So I walked down what I think is the main road.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot my AirPods on this trip, which I almost had a I had a small breakdown on the flyaway bus when I opened my AirPods case and the AirPods weren't in the case.
I would have been pretty upset about that.
I had a small breakdown, and then I paid triple what these JLab fucking earbuds cost. These are like 25, or maybe they're $30, and maybe I paid double because I paid 60. So I think I paid 60. These are $30 earbuds.
Okay.
But honestly, I literally would have had a mental breakdown on the airplane if I did not have them. So like I'm okay to have spent the $60.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's an emergency.
It was it would have been so bad if I did not have them. Anyway, I'm walking down this street, and they're not. I haven't not had AirPods in a long time, which I understand is like an unbelievably privileged thing to say. But the thing I will admit is that those things are actually maybe the best headphones on the entire planet.
Yeah, they're really good.
When you're there's a mode in there, it's called like adaptive mode, where it is ANC, but if it detects that a person is talking to you, it lowers the volume of instantly. It lowers the volume of the music and makes it the ANC more transparent so you can hear the person.
Yes.
These don't have that. So I'm walking down this street.
What?
I'm walking down this street, and a woman says some words to me, and I'm like, why can't I hear her? Because I don't understand that I don't have the thing. And then I take one of them out. The thing I'm listening to, it doesn't have the thing where you take one of them out and it stops the music. I take it out. I'm still hearing music in the other ear. This woman asks me for a lighter. She's holding, John, I swear to God, in a loose pile in her hands, the longest cigarettes I've ever seen in my life. In a loose group in her hands,
and she's gonna put them together in a big cannon, like
shape, Simpson,
like Bugs Bunny, and she just light them all up at the same time. And
she goes, "Do you have a lighter?" And I say, "No." And then she closes her fist, and then she looks me dead in the eye, and she gives me a big thumbs down and gives me a huge raspberry. It felt fake.
That's
like she goes
awesome. That's fucking.
It was the funniest thing anybody had ever done to me.
Funny.
And I just had to keep walking because I was like, you know what? That's so fair. That is so fair. You fucking got my ass. And then I kept walking, and then I realized that I didn't really know where I was going, and it was late, and I was still hungry. So then I turned around, and I had the Canadian delicacy Popeyes.
Oh, that's a Poppies container.
They have
in Canada.
Incorrect. This is a Oreo cheesecake.
Ooh.
That is now 2 nights old.
Oh, that doesn't matter. It was in your fridge? Oh, it's fine. Where did you get it though?
I don't remember what it was called. There were 2 children working there.
Oh, okay.
It was lit like a hospital lab.
Welcome to the Cheesecake Embalming Center. we inject the cheesecake with so many confections. God, that's amazing. What did you have at Popeyes?
They have Canadian Popeyes has chicken tenders, but they're called, I want to say they're called chicken poppers. Let me make sure.
There's no way they're called chicken poppers.
Popeyes Canada.
Is your mic on your headphones or on your computer?
It's on my laptop because the microphone on the headphones, they're called chicken dippers.
Okay, I feel like since you put your hoodie up, it's gotten more muffled.
How's this?
Can you say something? Yeah, you know what, bud? I think your sound. No, I think your mic is coming.
It says right here, MacBook Pro microphone.
All I'll tell you is that when you took your hoodie down, it became more clear. I don't know why. Sorry.
Or worse.
No.
Is this better or worse?
Say something again. It's worse.
But just keep the hood down.
Yeah. The other one, whatever you had before was okay.
Right here, it says
but when you put your hoodie up, yeah, I think so. Sorry. I understand you. I'm just, folks at home watching the video, especially. Just tell me if I'm crazy,
chicken dippers.
I feel like that was true.
I got those.
So they're called chicken dippers.
I'm rich here.
Okay. Do they do spicy?
And I figure it's the same.
Canada,
but those were not spicy. I didn't have an option. That meal was $10, and they gave me a can of Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Which actually, John, was fucking nuts.
Okay.
The idea that I ordered from Popeyes and they gave me a can of Coke.
Yeah.
Which, of course, they put into a paper bag and it was wet. So then by the time that I got to the hotel, like it was exactly when I got up to the hotel, it broke through the bag and fell on the ground. And nothing else fell out. It was just the Coke because I guess of the way that they had organized the bag. But yeah, it was a can of Coke.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tough. Yeah, that's tough. Interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I received a text yesterday from my friend Patience, who lives here in Dallas. And she said, you should play, by the way, okay. Yeah, we had a conversation in the morning, and then several hours passed. 3:41 p.m.
I'm assuming
you should play the horsey game, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And an emoji of horse, girl, and trophy. And she said, thanks. And I said, I just kind of, I remember reading these and I sighed out loud. And I said, what is it? The name. I haven't bothered to look. And she said, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And I was like, okay. So I looked it up. It's
quote
free.
Unquote.
So I downloaded it. Okay. It's free. It's free. She said, I haven't paid anything for micro or gambling, whatever either, blah, blah, blah. and then in that 5-minute period, I had already fired up the game. And I had run the first race.
Yeah.
And I said, damn, so you just dress up a girl and let her rip? And she was like, my honest understanding of how the systems work and how you get going is actually pretty loose. But you don't actually choose outfits as much as I'd like. It's like choosing training methods, watching the races. The races are really good. And I realized that it's a gotcha game. And then 10 minutes later, I just sent, you shouldn't have shown me this. Because I will say I spent about 2 hours yesterday afternoon playing this game.
No, yeah,
it actually is fucking cool. For you specifically, because it is an intersection of interests that I'm like, okay, horse girls, like, sure, whatever, it's fine. But then you're like, oh, actually, like, you're gonna have these live commentary, like Kevin Harlan level in NBA 2K, live commentary simmed.
Simmed?
Hello? All the lights are blinking in my head. Simmed races where you're just trading these girls and just like it's like a fucking Beyblade. You're just letting them rip and go, and it's like
I watched Eric Van Allen and Jesse Vitelli
actually pretty cool.
Probably 3 hours of this game combined. And that's a and that's why I kind of am approaching it from the perspective I am, which is sometimes I go into this Discord and then they're playing it and it's kind of like watching TV. Like it kind of is like watching TV. Like I click it on and then I'm vaguely paying attention and then a race will start and I lock in and then like, which one am I rooting for? Which horse do I want to? Sakura Bakushin O? Okay, I love Sakura Bakushin O. One of the horses in the game is named after a real alive horse. Did you know this? There's one of the horse. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Uma Musume, real horse. Okay, there's a horse named Haru Urara, who is a real horse. And when you whenever she wins or something, again, the specifics in this game I cannot learn. I just can't. Will not learn.
Unclear.
It could. Choosing not to. Whenever something happens in the game, she gets more hay.
I get it.
The real horse. The real horse gets more hay. So there has been concerted efforts amongst the community to get that horse to win more races. So she was going to have more hay than she could ever have anything to do with. She's a horse. But now she has bushels and bushels and bushels and bushels of hay. Yep. Which is really cool. Again, this is one of those things where all these fuckers call it sports ball, and they fundamentally don't understand that actually they just like sports. You simply like sports, and it's okay.
They just like sports, folks. This game it's got some fucking depth to it. I went through my first training exercise, race, and all that stuff that they send you through the tutorial. And they're like, yeah, your horse girl. Yeah, she got a little bit of speed, a little bit of stamina. Also, her dirt aptitude went up. Dirt aptitude? I can get my horse girl better dirt aptitude? I went back to patience and I just, in all caps, I said, dirt aptitude? Question mark.
Yeah,
and she comes back and says, you gotta like train for like rain and snow and conditions. And I'm just like, this is just sports. This is a sports game. This is a sports game. It is, I have to be honest, aside from the wrapper it's imperceptible to Road to the Show mode.
It's not different at all.
And MLB The Show.
They are the same. They are the same game.
Not different,
except for the monetization.
It is not different.
And like you just like sports, and it's okay.
Yeah,
it's
all
fine.
you fuckers
it's fine
like
to
sports.
Just like sports.
You like sports. It's fine. We're here to welcome you into. We're here to welcome you into the group. It's all right.
As part of the larger capital C, capital W culture war, right? We are disincentivized from liking things that are quote on the other side, but like, which makes it. I think there is a read of this that is particularly insidious, which is that like this. I think it's Psy Games, which is crazy.
Yes.
Makers of Blaze Blue, right?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yep.
Let me make sure that's true. Sorry, Grand Blue.
Yes, I believe so.
Whatever. Same shit. Come up with a
Grand
different
Blue.
name for your
Yeah, no, I'll Blaze Blue.
Yeah. So I think there is
Dragalia Lost. They did that as well.
It's really smart.
Yep.
But I do think part of it is insidious. There is we've identified this soft spot in the market, which is people who say out loud that they don't like sports, but very obviously would like sports if it was presented to them in a way that didn't, frankly, just scare them because they didn't
would
understand
like it.
And it's like, this just...
Right. But because
yes,
you know,
yes,
because
exactly.
real people
And it's
have
like,
stories and they
if
get
you
better at
don't
things that
think
they
that it is more
train to get.
this
Yeah,
is the
it's
part where
just very,
I
very,
get
very
hung
funny.
up.
Anyway,
Because there are people who are going to stay in this fucking horse girl bubble, and it's like, for sure. But what if those people were real and had real lives and real relationships and real families, and the choices that they made had ramifications amongst other people?
Mm-hmm.
What that's better. That simply is just better than the computer horse girls that live in your phone.
Yeah. What if like you do team races? You could do 2 team races in Uma Musume. What if the most popular horse on one of those teams was, side stories like a bad rapper, but it was really funny. But anyway, it was on that team forever, and then just decided that they just kept losing. This team kept losing, and so they wanted to go join the most successful team. And then guess what happened? They still didn't win it. And so what happens is that, beaten down and bloodied and sad, that horse returns to the original team to finish off their career.
You forgot the part about where
that's
the
just
horse
Damian Lillard
destroys one of
real
its legs,
basketball
and instead
player.
of taking it out back to shoot it, come back and become
that's
better.
true.
Like,
trains to come back.
It's all sports.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's all sports, folks.
Just
it's
start
okay
with something small.
Yeah.
If you're afraid of sport,
but
just watch the WNBA.
Yeah,
which I guess actually is more complex than any of the other, because they're fucking in the WNBA in a way that they're not. In a way that they're not in other sports.
I would.
So maybe actually don't start with the W,
folks. You're not. You know what? You're not gonna hear this.
I think you actually might hear it on Katie
Nolan's show. Or Michelle Beadle's show. You might hear it on Katie Nolan's show. That's especially if Dan Soder shows up. But that's also part of it. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Like, can you imagine if you watch the NBA players come in with their crazy outfits, and like every third person like was just like, I want to fuck Russell Westbrook so bad. It's like, that's so great. That's just really good. I wish it was more like that. Anyway, play this game. The scale of Uma Musume Pretty Derby is so far beyond what I expected it to be when I fired it up or when I heard people talking about it. It is a deeply menu-based game, but it is the amount of content for a free game is, I would say, on the par of something more like a Genshin Impact, which is
spending money. Yeah,
which is big. Like, that's a big thing. You can do a lot of that game without spending any money.
But then you think about it for more than 2 seconds,
which I think is neat.
Why they're able to give you John Warren, so much video game for free, and it's because there is someone who is maybe even 4 houses down from you, who has already spent $500 American on the horse game, and that's why you get the game for free. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, they might, and that's how they get you.
Might even live behind me.
That's how they get other people.
Yeah, they might. That's how they get me. No, I know. Yeah. It's weird, but I agree though. Like, if you really like this game,
please,
and you like the systems,
we're here for you.
Talk to one of us about sports.
We're here for you.
We're here for you.
You can go listen to Casuals with Katie Nolan.
We can make recommendations.
It's a great show.
We're here for you.
There are so many avenues for you to get
good podcasts.
Get it real. There's a baseball player right now named Cal Riley, and his gimmick is that his ass is fat, and he hits home runs really far. That's his character. Is that he has a fat ass and hits the ball good.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There's a pitcher right now who is a closer, and a closer, for those who don't know, is the person that basically the gatekeeper at the end of a game that essentially ensures a victory or actually concede, is the reason that you lose the baseball game. Named Bummer. A guy who can lose a game and has
nothing better.
His name Bummer. It's great. It's awesome. Sports are great. Go watch sports. Hey, did you know that Roblox has new age verification services that teens are supposed to take video selfies of, but an AI is going to basically judge whether or not a kid's
government
old enough?
IDs. This is gonna really hit. Did you see the interview where Megan Farakmanesh at Wired was like, do you understand that kids don't have IDs? And she goes, yeah, that's going to be a problem in some regions like the United States. What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
Like, yeah, in some regions.
Whatever. Like, I feel like we were really close to having a moral panic about Roblox in a way that did something about it. And we got real close. And then it passed. And then it passed. So like kind of is like,
and it passed. We got
like
really close.
A little bit. I don't care. Like, which is probably not a great stance to take. But like, if you think Roblox is bad and you have a child, don't let your kid play Roblox. Great. If you have a kid and you let them play Roblox, kind of the way I feel is whatever happens to them on there is what happens to them on there. Like,
Nikki, on the record. But
it's just like, don't
if your kid gets
if you're
trafficked,
afraid of that, don't let your kid
get trafficked.
Use it.
You know. I have like I think a more I mean, it's like, yeah, I definitely don't feel. I get the whatever of it. I don't feel that because
I'm being facetious because I understand,
and I have talked to them, and I think I know you are. I know you are. But I am also saying, like, I think before I really talked to my friends about this, I kind of felt the same way of just kind of like, listen,
the social value of not
whatever.
playing
the
Roblox
problem is that
detrimental
when these kids go to
their social growth. Yes, which is why it is
it seems devastating right now. And it's like, and that's why this is like, it would hit if some government entity, I don't know which one, because all I see right now is kind of the current government being hand in hand with the vibe of Roblox right now. It's just kind of like, let's shut this shit down, because can you imagine 25 years ago being told that like a free platform marketplace where children can legitimately be put in harm's way just has no parental controls or like verification? Like 25 years ago, I can't imagine it really. I really can't.
Is it just a law of large numbers thing?
Yeah.
Where now accessibility of it, by which I mean all of the kids have phones that can do Roblox, as opposed to, I have heard many stories of people your age, John, and a little younger, but not particularly my age. I think like our age gap is, I think, where this kind of person exists, where it is kids hanging out in adults only, ostensibly, quote unquote, adults only chat rooms on AOL. Right.
Okay. I was going to almost immediately correct myself and being like, hey, John, you definitely did.
So that's what I'm saying.
With a Chili's waitress when you were like 15 years old. I think
like these are
on a chat room. So it's like,
sorry, that's okay. That's whatever.
Sorry, hey, ma'am. Also, sorry.
She's probably regular.
Hey, that stinks. I hope you're regular. I hope you're regular.
I'm trying to get across.
She's probably regular. Like, I hope you're doing well.
The needle that you have to thread on this conversation is so close to making it a personal responsibility argument, which is like not what I mean.
Yeah,
like so deeply is not what I mean, because the systems should be in place that this thing should not exist fundamentally, right? Like Roblox should not have exploded to the point where we are here. However,
well, but.
Yes, for sure, be a parent. But also, be
a parent.
This is not a new problem. There have been kids lying about how old they are to access things that they should not be accessing for the entire entirety of the existence of the
for
idea
booze,
that children
for sex,
are less
for cigarettes,
powerful,
it
less
doesn't matter.
strong,
Right,
less
right.
intelligent adults, right? The problem
Yes.
is now not actually that like you have to interact with a real person about it, right? Like if you're 14 and you have an obviously fake ID and you try to go to a bar, the responsibility for protection is on the bouncer who was like, go the fuck, I'm taking this ID from you. I'm calling your parents, go the fuck away. Literally you're a child. That protection does not exist on the computer as it exists now.
Yeah.
The laws that need to be instituted are those protections. But to your point, John, we are not in a moment culturally where anybody is invested particularly in the idea of instituting those protections from a federal level, from a state level, from a local level, and absolutely not from a platform level, because they are incentivized to continue to have the children access the shit that they are not supposed to, because that's where the money comes from. And that's why Capcom is like, damn it, wouldn't it be sick if we let 15-year-olds make Yakuza games in Roblox? That would be sick, right? We should let people do that. And it's like, well, like we're not going to get anywhere if the actual big hitters are looking at these platforms and calling them opportunities.
Right.
Then it's tough.
We got to have some of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is tough, but I think we'd be remiss not to kind of mention kind of the flip side of this moment where, Valve basically admitted that they have been pressured very recently from payment processors to remove adults only games from their platform, which is like a very new development. And so we are having this kind of like parallel, incredibly, frankly, right-wing dystopian thing of, well, it's actually kind of chill if kids are for real in harm's way. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make up a thing over here about consenting adults doing porn, doing OnlyFans, doing Patreon, doing making adults only video games. We're going to make up this idea that actually the degradation of society is over there, and it's not in the complete it's not in the complete deregulation and depersonification of like our entire populace.
That is
starting with kids.
That simply is just how fascism works, right? Like you poison the well on all sides. You remove it. It is multifaceted. They've taken the fluoride out of the water in Utah. They're like in 5 years, the kids in Utah will not have teeth.
Yeah.
Right, like, and it feels crazy.
Their teeth are going to be,
like we are simultaneously it's just it's a shotgun approach. Like, where are you supposed to focus your energy? Because all of it is falling apart. But like, to your point, it is you are they are dangling keys over here, so you are distracted from the other keys that they are dangling over here, and that's the part of me where it's like, gang, listen, if your goal, your dream is to have your kid not be exposed to this stuff, you have to figure out ways where you're putting your kid in situations where they can succeed and grow socially, in environments where they do not have to play Roblox in order to feel safe and comfortable. And you need to like have relationships and conversations with your friends as parents, where you are like, hey, do you understand the ramifications of the things that we are putting in front of our children? Because if you don't, then like, I don't know if we can.
And I've been pretty loud about it. I mean, like, ever since I saw my brother-in-law, like, sit one of his kids down in front of like a Minecraft, YouTuber, I wasn't like it seated in judgment, but I was more like, hey, you like pay attention to the stuff that he's watching, right? Because like there are some Minecraft creators that are fucking weird, like this is This is, it's like, I'm just like, do they know? Like, when we're like, there is actually a weird duty I feel especially when I read that giant, massive statistical expose of Roblox from a year and a half ago, something like that. I did immediately feel this obligation to actually like send my friends with kids a message that was like, just so you know, like, I if you sit your kids down or like go play Roblox, like whatever, like I get it, like raising kids must be really hard, but this is something
The
that
other half
you
of
ought
this,
to know
we
that
maybe
this is
don't get to
happening
go
and
on
like
it
this is not good.
for super long. The other part of this like level of like of just accepted negativity that we all kind of like, the latent negativity that we are all kind of becoming accustomed to, that is like deeply unnecessary, exists in like an extreme form in the we were talking about it in one of the group chats that we're in, John, but the couple that got busted for cheating at the Coldplay concert, it's the same, like it is the same, it's the same thing. By which I mean,
I
like,
did want to talk about this. It's the same thing.
We are directing the I just read this piece. It's called "Bringing Sexy Back" by Kate. Brother, I read now. Do you understand? Like, I'm different now. I remembered that I could use my brain and think.
Great.
It's called "Bringing Sexy Back."
Awesome.
Internet surveillance has killed eroticism. We need privacy to reclaim it. I'll send it to you so you can put it in the show notes. But it's by Kate Wagner.
Oh, totally.
In Lux magazine.
Please do.
I don't know what that means. It's a blog. It's a blog. Folks, it's a blog. At some point, listen, this sidebar. Folks, welcome to the sidebar. At some point, we started calling blogs magazines. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's one magazine on the...
We think it elevates
there are 3 magazines
but
right
it's
now.
like, it's just confusing.
Game Informer, and fucking National Enquirer. And those are the only 3 magazines that exist right now. Otherwise, it's a blog. You're just publishing a blog.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
anyway, this piece, the crux of the argument, right, is that she's saying that we do not know anymore, because we are so incentivized by these platforms to make our lives into content. We don't know anymore how to be a person who is allowed to make mistakes and is allowed to exist in public and is allowed to do shit that is a little fucked up. Like, and because that's just the part of being alive, without the fear of being crucified for the sin of existing. And the Coldplay cheating thing is the thing that they did fucked up and goofy. Yes, no, please.
So just real quick, if you're not like completely perverted like the rest of us that have just been like watching this unfold, there was a Coldplay concert. Deeply funny that it was a Coldplay concert, and they were doing like a fan cam kind of thing of like going through the crowd and finding people. The video that we've seen starts with like this guy, and he's got a crown and he's super happy. And then it immediately switches to a couple with one whose arms around the man whose arms around the other. And then when they see that they're up on the big screen, they fucking panic. They completely overreact. They turn their faces. They're embarrassed. They hide. And Chris Martin goes, "Oh, it's okay. Either they're having an affair or they're just really shy," which is incredible. Yeah. Anyway, turns out that they are having an affair, and we know a lot about these people because now the internet's just different. And everyone immediately was like, "Oh, here are these public figures. Yo, you don't feel bad for them. They're ghouls." And I'm like, yeah, you know what? There's another world where I just saw that happen. I go, weird. And I talk to like my wife about it when I get home, or oh, all my group of friends, what do you think they were up to? And that's as far as the conversation goes.
Our social
I don't deserve to know anything about any of that shit.
It like instills the idea that it is you specifically's moral obligation to police the people to your left and right. Kate, in this, which is crazy. In this article, she says, what does she say? Which is crazy. I'm just gonna read it. She says, which is crazy. In this article, she says, which is crazy. I'm just gonna read it. She says, which is crazy. In this article, she says, which is crazy. I'm just gonna read it. Which is crazy. I'm just gonna read it. Which is crazy. I'm just gonna read it. Punishing strangers for their perceived perversion is a form of compensation for a
just read
process
it.
that is already
That's fine.
completed. The erosion of erotic and emotional privacy through internet-driven surveillance practices we have since turned inward on ourselves. In short, we have become our own panopticons. Which, like the obligation, they don't need, we have the most complicated and the most beautiful surveillance state in the entire world right now. And in addition to it, we all feel a moral obligation to do surveillance amongst the people who are to our left and right, as we are already being surveilled by the state, which is not helpful for anybody.
Yes. Yeah. I think all the people that constantly post about other people, they desperately want to be famous themselves, and they also assume that everybody wants the same thing.
No.
Everyone wants to be seen for, it's like, I don't. I really don't. And everyone should have agency. Is it, I shouldn't even have to make this statement. Is it dumb that this couple that was having a loud affair showed up at a Coldplay concert? Yes. Like, that is dumb, because the likelihood that someone saw them just randomly, who knows who they are, still pretty high.
No, it should not be the responsibility of a person on Twitter who does not know any. Yes, exactly. To try to Boston bomber,
to be an amateur sleuth
way through the process of who these two people are. Like, that is, it's not, it doesn't matter to you. It's not your life.
Yeah. You're the same as a true crime podcaster if you think that this was like a cool thing. Like, you're the same person. Like, you are gawking at like a low moment. And it doesn't matter if they were bad people or anything like that. You don't deserve to know whether they were bad people or not. Everyone has this right
be so clear, there
to
is,
a private life.
There is a difference between, like,
we have to deal with stuff
in this conversation. And I think this is the part that makes it particularly sticky. There is a difference in the conversation between people who are using their status to do predation and active harm to multiple people. So like abusers and like folks who are doing
that's different.
For example, if the person at the center of this was like a US senator, that's different, right? Like, that is a different flavor.
Right. That's different.
Yes.
The journalism around Neil Gaiman's expose, I'm not talking about, but like that.
Regular,
that is
regular
very clearly not what I am talking about.
The guy's
so
wife,
don't get that twisted.
Can you just, like, for 2 seconds, imagine the odds that she found out from not a person she knew that this thing was happening is really high. So if you are unable to empathize with what that would feel like, then sorry, like, you can't.
Imagine one of the most devastating private moments happen to you. You get told by a complete stranger, and then with no time in between these things, 100 million other people also know this and somehow feel like you need to know
tough.
And you need to know that they know it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's really gross, actually. And I do think you're right. I think it is connected to. I think all of this stuff is connected. The Roblox shit, the payments platforms trying to crack down on adult content. It's all weirdly connected.
Just turn them off. Just turn them off. The internet should exist to deliver three things.
Something about it.
Pornography.
Turn them off.
That everyone involved is amped to be involved with.
Yeah. Yep.
To exchange JPEGs.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. To exchange JPEGs. So maybe 5 things. Exchange JPEGs.
Exchange JPEGs. Okay. Sure.
MP4s about how to cook.
Maybe 5.
And how to make stuff. So that's MP4s on how to make stuff. And then the delivery of the video game.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Yeah. Mhm. That's about it. Nothing else we need. Mm-mm. No, we're good. Folks, you go to vgbs.com/join and please do that if you want to. You can ask us questions every single week. I think it's going to be time for some hive questions and we'll get out of here. We're going to start, what did Blackjack Attack know? We're
Oh,
going to
sorry.
start with
One
Blackjack
second. One
Attack
second.
asking,
Hey,
hey,
John.
read any good
You
books
see
lately?
that? You see those?
Yeah, what's up?
That's the line to get into the convention.
Those people, are they okay? Yes, I do see a long. Okay, so there's a long line stretching about a city block wide or long. Yeah, in front of a parking where I can. What's funny is that Nikki is showing me this parking lot,
Dude,
and I can
they don't
already
know what
see
the
a few
fuck
people
they're
really,
doing in these
really
parking
terribly
lots. They have
parked,
no
which is really
idea.
funny.
There's those angled spots over here. Yesterday, most of the
Yeah,
people were
yeah.
like in 1.5 spots so hard that everyone else
Yeah, I see
also had
that.
to be
Mhm.
1.5 spots over. It was crazy. The question was books reading.
Tough.
I just read a book called
Yeah, have you read anything? Read any good books?
I'm really bad at titles. I just read a book called The Faggots and Their Friends Between Revolutions, which is a book from the 70s. It's a gay manifesto style, like speculative fiction, dreamy thing about what it is, what the world could be like if gay and queer people were not persecuted within an inch of their life all of the time, and in the ways where we are persecuted within inches of our lives, how we continue to be alive. So that was good. That was a delightful little quick read. I'm reading right now. I actually have 3 books on my person. I am 3/4 of the way through this book, which is called Quietly Hostile, an essay collection by Samantha Irby. She's this just fell out of it. That was Nathan Grayson's room number and card.
Oh, your card. Okay.
So it's an essay collection by
Nathan
Samantha Irby.
Okay, got it.
Who is a really funny writer. She's written on a handful of TV shows and Sex and the City, the reboot, and all of that. I haven't started this, but this is Loving Corrections by Adrienne Marie Brown, which is part of the Emergent Strategy series, which is just a book about the ways that we could care about each other. And then I got a book about public pools. It's called Contested Waters: A Social History. Yeah. And then I was like, there's probably a rich history
you went to
about
public
those
pool.
In
You were like, ooh, public pool.
On account of racism. And I was right. There's this book. It's called Contested Waters: A Social History of Swimming Pools in America by Jeff Wilson. Nope, Jeff Wiltsey. Sorry, I thought it was Wilson. The library put the sticker over the letters, but I had to flip it over to find out.
They did put a sticker right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Don, reading Bangs.
I have not read a book lately. But I agree reading Bangs. I did read a psych paper about it's like really light reading, a psych research paper on why definitions of post-traumatic stress probably
just
ought
like
to be
light
expanded
reading, just
to
regular
include animals among vet populations. Because I can't even really begin to explain to you why I read this, but I did. And it was really fascinating. And I learned a lot about how narrow our psychological definitions of trauma are. We don't have a whole lot of great research language to imply that like smaller traumas can actually build up and cause like PTSD reactions as well. So it's like it was interesting. I would tell you who did the paper. I don't have it in front of me, but maybe by the time I have show notes, stuff. I will share that. Light reading, it's fine. It's regular stuff. Grace, hi Grace. Grace, I won't blow up your spot too much here, but recently did suffer an injury, and asks, worst injury experience?
I'm trying
Question
to
mark.
think. I haven't broken anything before, which is knock on wood is a miracle. The odds on that are feel
Damn.
like for me personally
you.
pretty low. So it's like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm. I thought but I thought it was housekeeping trying to come in, but it
Someone
wasn't.
talking
I think
very
it's just
loud
people
outside.
having a conversation. When I was in
got it.
11th grade,
Yeah.
maybe it was. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was early. I was in high school. It doesn't matter when. I was in high school, and at PE,
Yeah.
my campus was not really a school. We didn't have. There was a school building, but we didn't have really an outside area. We had a basketball court with 2 hoops, but we didn't use it to practice basketball because we would go to Pan Pacific Park, which is just a park to practice basketball and do all of the other sports. But we did still have PE on campus sometimes, which didn't really make any sense. And at the basketball court juts up against the parking lot for the church that the school campus was on, unaffiliated. But the church that the school campus was on, and then there was the parking lot for both that and the school.
Yes.
So sometimes we would do PE in the parking lot. Now that, I hear you saying, is fucking stupid. Because it was a live, active parking lot. At one point, we were doing, in PE, some sort of rock, paper, scissors game where if you lost, you had to sprint in the opposite direction that you were facing. And if you got tagged, then you were out. And then it was like a tournament, and it kept shrinking, and then there was a person who won. So my best friend from childhood, Noah, and I were going up against each other. And I lost, I think. And I turned to sprint. And I was running, and I slipped again because it's a live parking lot where you're not really supposed to run. I slipped on like sand or like parking lot detritus that like had come off the tires, and slipped and fell. And then Noah's foot, because he was chasing me, stepped on my fingers and drug them across the parking lot, squamshing the skin. Yeah, sorry. Listen, this is on Grace. This is on Grace. Squamshing all of the skin on my fingies sideways.
Yeah,
so I got up.
Yeah,
it was such a sharp. You know when you have like an unbelievably sharp pain and you don't notice it for a second? So like I get up and I'm like, well, that was crazy. And I looked, and then it all came to my hand at the same time, and I like fell over again because of how much it hurt. And I looked down at my hand, and it was one of the worst things I'd ever seen. And then I sprinted to the nurse, who was the science teacher, whose nurse qualifications pretty unclear to me, but he did work on, that's right, the Space Shuttle Columbia.
Yeah. Some kind of qualifications all around in question.
And then he said, probably you should go to the hospital. So then my mom took me to the hospital.
Cool.
And then I didn't even get stitches. I guess because of how fucked up it was, there was not really anything to stitch back. So I had to wear condoms basically on my fingers for days while they like, because they moved the skin back. I put condoms on my fingers, and I had to basically bathe them in iodine so they didn't get infected. It was gnarly. But now my hands are normal, so nothing bad's ever happened. So what's your best injury? Yeah. What's your best injury other than when your ankle exploded?
Tough. I've never heard that story. Yeah, that wasn't the worst. I mean, probably breaking the femur and then getting on a 10-hour flight. Just had never broken a bone and just was kind of like, wow, it's weird that I can't totally move my leg, huh? And then I was just on a flight for that was not fun. I think, like, realistically though, none of it hurt. Like, the thing that hurt the most was when I flew out of my wheelchair in Charleston into those ladies' lunch. That hurt the most because I sprained both my knees at the same
Do you have
time,
a seatbelt?
and also hit them on the pavement. And that hurt the most.
Yeah.
So I used to have seatbelts on my wheelchairs. I don't anymore because I told myself this. Okay, go with me on this journey. It struck me.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure.
Don't assume I apply this to driving a car. Okay. I just because I think it's different. It struck me as, do I want to be attached to the wheelchair that is also falling forward?
Okay.
Thus dragging the wheelchair on top of me when I fall? Or do I want to be thrown from the wheelchair? Now, I hear what you're saying. Both options don't sound great.
Yeah.
Both are bad. And you could make maybe an argument, an educated argument.
Yeah, I was going to say, the amount of
in the wheelchair,
the weight transfer required to pull the entirety of your
back?
Assisted powered wheelchair would have to be a lot.
It would have to be a lot.
Do you think a seatbelt would have saved you in Charleston?
It would have to be a lot.
Interesting.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Probably. Sprained both my knees. I also once tripped at my parents' front door and fell into a marble corner of a thing and hit my teeth and mouth.
Yeah.
And that split that, like, you really don't know pain really until you've like legitimately split your lip open.
Much
like
blood in the head. There is like that's one of those things amount of blood in the head.
Oh man.
And everywhere it can come out is
so much blood in the head.
Like every single place it can come out is unpleasant. Yeah, splitting your lip open is unpleasant. Is miserable. I have split my lip open like 100%. At the corner, basically, like just gashed it. I don't even remember how. But I thought that it would never stop bleeding. And then it hurt because you know what you have
that's
to
what
use
it feels
your
like
mouth
legitimately.
Everything. Every single thing. So that was unpleasant.
Everything.
So that's good. Thanks, Grace.
Yeah. It sucks. Yeah, that's really unpleasant. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grace. Appreciate it. I hope you do feel better, though. I hope you do feel better.
Canada's flag is better than ours.
Sphinx asks,
and it's not even from like a. I'm talking objective, like it does not what it means. Objectively, I think it is a better flag. I think
no,
that have horizontal lines on them.
Yeah.
Belgium, go fuck yourself.
They're dumb. They're bad.
Wait, no, Belgium is vertical. Germany, go fuck yourself.
No, they're bad.
That's the same one, right? What's Bulgaria's flag?
Yeah.
Bulgarian flag.
Bulgaria?
Flag should have to have.
And then go fuck yourself.
Them. Bulgaria is Italy's just rotated.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I just looked outside and I saw the Canadian flag on top of. It kind of goes.
No, Canadian flag kind of goes. It kind of goes. I agree. What? Bone Chug Actual asks, what's your Assassin's Creed?
Really good question.
Will Ospreay. So, for those who don't know, Will Ospreay is a professional wrestler who is obsessed with Assassin's Creed, has a little tattoo on him, and he also has like brand deals with Ubisoft to do branded entrances for his major pay-per-view appearances. He's done it like 2 or 3 times in a row.
What? Yeah. Do you know yours?
It's a good gag. I mean, I think realistically, it's probably like Final Fantasy IX. Cool. Like I'd probably come out with like a black mage hat and like a robe and
probably
be surrounded by all of them and stuff. Like I think that that would probably go. I'd probably do that.
Mine.
Sure.
Yeah, like come out and then.
Like a lot of different versions of you would come out, and then like and then like you unmask yourself, and it's you, and then the crowd pops. That's kind of fun. That's good. I like that. I like that. Um, yeah, that's really good. Let's
That was good. That's good. Wow. That was awesome. That was impressive. Congratulations.
That was actually kind of impressive. Thank you. Fonk asks, what is the thing you kept trying at and eventually clicked? It took me 2 years to finish Dark Souls and about 12 years of
Oh,
guitar
that's
to
good.
have just
The
have
idea of
natural
trying anything
chord
for 12
voicing.
years and having it not work at all in those 12 years and then still doing it is so foreign to me. Which is something that I'm trying to
That's
change
tough.
about
That's
myself.
hard.
But
I know. That's
um,
hard.
I really did. I didn't finish Elden Ring, but
Yeah.
I really did like Elden. Like I liked what I played of Elden Ring after thinking that those games were fucking stupid for a
Yeah.
very long time. I'm
Yep.
trying to think. Um,
Yep.
I was not a huge. I really fell off. I played a lot of turn-based RPGs when I was younger, and then I was like, well, I didn't actually think those were very good. And
Yes.
then when I played Undertale, I was like, oh,
Sure.
maybe these are
Yeah.
good. And then I tried
Mhm.
again and it didn't work. And then I played Deltarune and finished it. And I was like, well, maybe I should do it. Maybe I
Yeah.
should try again. Um, so I think that might be
Maybe we should
my
go back.
thing is
Yeah,
that like
maybe
I
I should
do
go
keep
back to
trying
these.
turn-based RPGs, trying to figure out if I like them or not. And then sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
Okay.
So I think that's my answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I think this is like a little bit of a different question than you're asking, Fonk, but I think it's the only answer that really works for me. It's cooking. Like 10 years ago, if you said, John, you need to go make two people dinner and like you got to just make do with what's in your pantry and fridge
Yeah.
and you can't look at a recipe, I'd be like, what are the words you're saying right now?
Yeah.
That is something I do with frequency now. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna MacGyver something together and make something that like, not
Yeah,
to
for sure.
not to be a dick, but it's like I would rather eat than go out to a restaurant. Like there are things that I will improvise and be like, that
No.
was great. Now, crucially, will I remember that I did that at a later date? No.
Yeah.
Should I write these things down like my mom has done for her entire life?
Mhm.
Yes. So maybe I'll then get good at that of actually writing these things down and like taking those notes. But like, yeah, I used to be a total freak, maniac, weirdo in the kitchen, be really scared, frantic, whatever. I feel like I really kind of know my way around and can put some stuff together now, which I'm very happy. I'm very happy about. Um, we're going to wrap it up with one more question. There are a lot on the cutting room floor. I did not give you all a lot of time, and we also did not give you we did not give each other a lot of time to do this because I have to actually get to my job here in a second. But Jason asks, this is a question I wish I had brought up during the episode with Grant Stoner, which was an episode that posted last week. It was very good. Outside of games, is there anything people existing in same spaces as you should keep in mind or be aware of as to not inadvertently make your life more difficult? Now, I'm interpreting that
Mhm.
question of just like, hey, what's like being around disabled person 101? Which I think is a great question. Like, I think a great question because like I think people are generally skittish about being around disabled people for various reasons. And I
Mhm.
think like a lot of people assume things that, may or may not be a problem that aren't or are. I would just say this, like, if you're planning an outing and someone is disabled, think about where that outing is. Is there parking? Is there a step up into the restaurant or venue? Like, not to say that any of that stuff is necessarily a deal breaker, but if there are those things, are the ways that you can like mitigate that, like call the venue, ask if there's another way in, like actually prepare that stuff so that when the disabled person that you've invited out, they don't have to deal with any of that. Now, granted, I do a lot of that stuff myself. If I look ahead and I see if those things are whatever, and I handle that stuff myself. But like that's just a nice thing to do. Um,
Well, that's huge.
getting doors. opening doors, like if you can. Like I often go ahead and just open doors because I'm just like around people I know and I can do it. But like if you see someone that's like struggling, just like grab a door. A thing that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Just assume you can touch someone's wheelchair or push them around. Just like don't do that. Ask if they're really struggling if you feel like it, but like don't just do that. I think I mentioned this, but like someone did that to me in March of this year.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Just weird. Just on a sidewalk in Austin. Yeah. Just like, here you go, brother. Dog, you don't know where I'm going. You don't know what I'm doing.
I'm going to my place.
What do you mean, here you go? I'm not on your ride. Yeah, I'm going to my place. I don't know where. And you know what? It's not where you're going, no matter what. So yeah, I don't know. Just like, I don't know. That stuff is easy enough.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. We're not weird boogeymen.
That's a good question.
But no, I appreciate the question and the thought. I really do. And you know what? I'm also going to brainstorm more.
That's great.
And think about it. And if I have a better answer next week or a more comprehensive answer, I will give it to you.
Wow.
Nikki, I'm going to let you go and just enjoy the wonderful town of London,
I'm looking
Ontario.
out upon this great city. Oh,
yeah.
Thanks. You're going to give me my time back? Wow. All 4 minutes. That's so nice. Thank you so much. That's so great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm going to give you your time back. All 4 minutes for London, Ontario. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man.
I know.
That's all of it.
And for folks who saw the video,
all of it. Like I don't.
You'll see it.
And I understand. See it. Like
that's it.
I think that I texted John. I was like, what did I say? What were my exact words? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see what my exact words were. John Warren. I said. Sorry, I just saw the picture of Julia Erman that I sent you. And I got jump scared. I said that I understand that my historically poor body has blood influenced by rich people in the city of Los Angeles, but I'm shocked. It just like there's nothing. There's nothing. And listen, I'm a big city kid.
There's nothing.
And that's okay.
Turns out
that's okay.
Nothing.
You can't change me, and I'm not wrong.
I know.
So
yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Big city kids.
That's true.
You can take the kid out of the big city. You can't take the big city out of the kid. No way. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Go to bgbs.com/join. Great piece about All in Texas from Colette Arend. It did very quickly become our most popular piece that we've ever posted on the website. It's really, really good.
We can find time.
I'm surprised we didn't.
Time.
We didn't really talk about All In.
We also don't need to.
We had a really good time. We can find time. We maybe do a bonus or something.
We're allowed to do stuff.
We don't need to. We don't need to. We definitely don't. We're allowed to not. Yeah. We're allowed to do stuff. And we didn't make content at the event, which I thought was a great call. And we had a really good time. But yeah, if you want to read that piece from Colette, I think you should do it.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Make you think.
Actually, I know I've said that a
sign up for Nikki's newsletter, please.
But like, it is.
It's coming back. Anything else you want to plug? All right, cool. Yeah, bgbs.com/join. That's all I got. Let's turn the music back on and let's keep on buzzing.